Awesome. Well, hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Kevin Buckley. I am an admissions counselor here at the University of Louisville, and I'm really excited to be able to talk to you today about the University of Louisville. I first want to say thank you to the rural and small town NACAC SIG. This is an incredible opportunity, and I'm so thankful for it. And I'm also thankful for you all watching. So, you counselors, teachers, or students who want to learn a little bit more about the University of Louisville, thank you for joining us today. And we'll hopefully give you some good information about how you'll fit into the Cardinal family here at the University of Louisville. And any questions that you have, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. I'll have my contact info available at the very end. And you're welcome to shoot me an email or text or phone call, whatever you need. Again, Kevin Buckley, admissions counselor. And over the past few years, I've worked with a lot of students who are coming from rural or small town Kentucky, where we're in this Commonwealth of Kentucky, where we're located. So I know quite a bit about how the University of Louisville can help our small town students. And that's why I'm here presenting to you today. A quick introduction about the University of Louisville. So some quick fast facts for you. We are a four-year public university located in Louisville, Kentucky. It's the largest metropolitan area in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. What's pretty cool about Kentucky, we have around 120 counties, which is a lot of counties. Actually, I think the third most in America. And most of our counties, the overwhelming majority, are considered rural. So we have students coming from every single county, and a majority of our students are coming from those small town areas. So many times students come from, a background where they've known many people in their community, or maybe everyone in their community, and they meet other people who are just like them, which is pretty awesome. We also have a pretty small undergraduate population, around 11,000, which for a public school in Kentucky makes us the fourth smallest. And so even though we're in the city and people think that we're going to be this really large university, we're really not that big at all. Around 33% of our students are considered first generation, and around 31% of students are considered students of color, which makes us the most diverse university in Kentucky. I'll talk about that in just a moment. Around 60% of students are Pell eligible. We are very proud of that number. We really like to serve our Pell eligible students. So the majority of our students do qualify for the Pell Grant, which is something that, again, we really try to serve those students who might be in more financial need. Our most popular majors are engineering, business, nursing, education, and biology. We are a big research school. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but many of these programs might be something that, you might be interested in. We have over 200 degree programs, so pretty much anything you're thinking about, more than likely, we do offer. But these are the ones that when I'm traveling across my schools in Kentucky, these are the ones that my small town students really want to major in. And so being known for these, having that accreditation that's national, and being known nationally as having some of the top programs in those fields, it's a cool thing for our students. Our graduation rate in over 6 years is about 58%. It's inching closer to 60 every single year. So it's constantly rising as we add more and more student support services. A quick little map here for you. So in case you didn't know, Louisville, Kentucky is where that red dot on the map there is. And I wanted to really show you, no matter where you're coming from across America, you will probably find, many students from that area, from that state, but also it's not usually too hard to get here, whether you're flying or driving in. This is also very important when we talk about internships and jobs that our students get while they're students. And many of these major hubs that you see here on the map from all those major cities across America support our students, giving them internships or jobs. And we have really good connections with many local leaders in all of those different areas. So no matter where you're coming from, you'll be able to find people who are from that area as well. But definitely, it's usually not too hard for students to get to us. We're a pretty centrally located area. We are the most diverse university in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, one of the most diverse universities in America, and we take a lot of pride in that. So you'll see up here, we were named the #1 school in America for students who identify as Black, African American, or Latinx. We were named the top 15% military-friendly school, the #1 school in the South for LGBTQ plus students. We represent students coming from every single county in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, all 50 states, Washington, D.C., and 2 U.S. territories, and over 90 countries from across the globe. So what matters to us is that no matter where you're coming from, what your background is, you will feel that you're at home here at the University of Louisville. We really make sure that our students are to feel like they're taken care of. And so, you'll meet people who look differently than you do, or think differently than you do, or tackle challenges differently than you do. And that's important, right? It's going to help you not only in your personal life, building up your friend group and, getting ready to be a good citizen in the world, but also it's going to help you in your professional life. Jobs today really want to know that you can work in diverse environments. And we really help our students get that starting day one freshman year because of the diversity that's available here at the University of Louisville. So no matter what your background or where you're coming from, you will feel at home here at the University of Louisville, and students will appreciate your diversity. And we will appreciate your diversity because we want what you have. We want you to bring in your background and your unique story to U of L to better our community and our surroundings. This is a little picture here. So we'll talk about tour opportunities that are available a little bit later, but I do just want to note we are a very beautiful campus, and we're very green and very open. We're actually not located in the downtown part of the city of Louisville, which is pretty unique for a city school. Most of the time they're like ingrained in the downtown area. We're about 5 minutes away from downtown Louisville, so we have all the resources nearby, but you feel like you're on a college campus when you're here. And so we were named the most beautiful college campus in Kentucky by Travel and Leisure magazine. It's very, very green, but it's also pretty small. It's only about 10-minute walk from one side to the other. Everything you need is self-contained within the campus. It's a pretty, navigable campus. So you don't feel like you're on this big college campus. You don't even feel like you're in the biggest city in the state of Kentucky when you're here. We are one of the top research universities in America. This is something that I really want to make sure all my students know, because it's actually much more important than you might think it is. We were named the top classification for research that you can be named. And that research happens a lot of medical fields. We'll talk about that in a moment. But for a lot of students, research at the University of Louisville means one of three things: internships, jobs, or co-ops. So our students are very, very active in going to one of our 4 career centers here on campus, finding jobs and internships, and then going and working in the field that they want to go into. So that when you graduate, you can say, look, I've done X, Y, and Z in the field already. Look at my resume boosters. That's why I'm more hireable than anyone else that you are looking at, right? So we really want students getting their hands wet, their feet dirty, and going out and doing stuff in the field that they want to go into so they can be experts by the time that they graduate and get paid a lot better as well. You can talk about, like, for instance, our engineering students are required to do co-ops where they actually get paid to work full time for 3 semesters. And the average engineering student makes about $34,000 during that time, which is a great amount to be making as a college student. Education students, nursing students, sociology students, anthropology students, every single one of those, you'll find internship or job opportunities here in Louisville, but also in the wider community that we have access to as well. We also do a lot of traditional research. So if you're interested in being that next doctor or maybe a public health expert, we do a lot of that as well. In fact, we had the first artificial heart transplant and the first hand transplant happen here at U of L, which we're pretty excited about. We also were one of the only schools in America, one of 13, that did CDC research on COVID-19. So we have done a lot of that traditional research on helping build a vaccine and helping, build things that we believe will help make COVID-19 less severe in patients, which is pretty cool. So our students got to be involved in that even during the pandemic. So research is really, really important to us. No matter what field you're going into, you will do some sort of research, but it doesn't have to be the traditional research that you're thinking about. It could be jobs or internships, which will help you once you graduate U of L, get that high paying job immediately. Other fast facts here for you. So our average class size at U of L is around 25 students. So you usually don't have to change the way that you learn from high school. It's not going to be these big lecture style halls, but it's also not usually going to be those really, really small classrooms we'd be called on every single day. And our average student faculty ratio is 14-1. So again, pretty similar probably to what you have now in high school, maybe a little bit bigger, but you don't have to change the way that you learn drastically. There are also no more than 60 total course sections on campus that have more than 100 students. We are one of those schools that does not like those big lecture style halls. So you feel like you're in a smaller university once you're here, both in terms of the size of the campus, but also in terms of size of the class size. We are also named one of the Carnegie classifications as the biggest community engagement. So we are really, really big on research. Talked about that a moment ago. We're also really big on our students being involved in the community. We really look forward to that because we want our students doing things in the Louisville community that they can then bring back to their hometowns and better their areas wherever they go once they graduate from U of L. So we have a really high Carnegie Community Engagement classification. Our students are very involved in doing public service, and we're really excited about that. We have over 450 student organizations on campus for you to choose from. So anything you want to get involved in, you will be able to do, for sure. We're also, I always like to mention this, we're that like weirdly situated city where no matter where you're coming from, what you're looking for, you'll be able to find it. So we're about 5 minutes away from downtown Louisville. So you have all the resources of the city nearby. We're also about 20 minutes away from what we in Kentucky call horse country, where like you will be able to find maybe if you're coming from an area that is very rural, you'll be able to find that here about 20 minutes away from our campus, which is pretty close. So no matter what you're looking for, what environment you're looking for, when you come to U of L, you'll have that at your disposal every single day, whether you want the big city feel, whether you want that small town feel. And talking about the city of Louisville, the city is one of the reasons why students choose U of L every single year. It's a great city to be a part of. We're kind of that mix of like Midwestern work ethic and Southern charm that we really appreciate. We were named the best city for new college grads in America, the third safest city in America for families, the number one foodie city in the world by National Geographic. So really good food here. One of the top job cities in America for so people will come to U of L in the city of Louisville and then graduate and be able to get a job pretty quickly. We're really proud of our city. There's always something to do in terms of music festivals and the largest fireworks show in North America that happens here. The Derby happens here. Really cool waterfront park system. So it's kind of that like you feel like you're in a city when you're downtown, but you don't feel like you're in a big city when you're downtown. And you can go downtown and meet up with 10 of your closest friends, and everyone knows who you are. They're all saying hi to you and stuff like that, but you can go with that group of friends and not have to wait an hour to go into a restaurant, or you don't have to wait to take advantage of the free bus system that we have, which is pretty cool. So it's a good sized city. It's not too big, not too small. It's like that Goldilocks city. It's just right. And again, students usually really take advantage of the resources that they have in Louisville when they're students here. In terms of how you can come like visit and resources that we have here for you, we do offer a fully virtual tour. So you can visit uofl.me/virtual, find that virtual tour. You can do it at your own pace whenever you want. We also have departmental visits. So if you want to meet with like particular majors, you can do those virtually, fully virtual, like information sessions, stuff like that. We do offer in-person tours. If you would like to come visit in person, you're more than welcome to. But we know it's a weird time right now, and maybe you want to start with the virtual tour and then come to an in-person tour later. It's totally fine. If you maybe have sparse internet access, or maybe are looking for something that you just can't find, shoot me an email, a text, a phone call. And if you need me to, I'll email you whatever documents you need, or I will even put together a special USB specific to you, mail that out to you with a presentation in there, or anything you want to know about a particular program in there. Whatever you need, I'm here to make sure that you get it. So let me know. I'm happy to do that. We do also have plenty of student support. So if you want to connect with current students, let me know. I can definitely get that done for you. We also have a first generation living learning community. So for a part of our housing residence life here on campus, if you are a first generation student, maybe you're nervous about coming to a bigger city, or maybe you're just nervous about coming to a university that's out of your state, that's totally fine. We have the Living Learning Community, which is available for all first generation students. And that allows you to take classes with other students who are in your situation. You'll be able to connect with staff and professors really quickly, make those connections pretty early on, and then they'll make sure that you're feeling at home here, getting all the resources that you need here as well. And for more information, you can visit our website, louisville.edu/admissions. In terms of the application here, real quick, the application, we have our website, louisville.edu/apply, and the Common App. We are on the Common App as well. We are a rolling admission school, so you can apply at any point between August 1st and May 1st of your senior year. But we recommend applying by February 15th so you can get your information in, hear back from us pretty quickly, stuff like that. The ACT and SAT is not required for anyone who's a senior this year in high school. So if you're a senior trying to enter in summer or fall 2021, the ACT or SAT is not currently required. We are test optional. We're not quite sure if that's going to extend. We think it might, but that's a decision that's above my pay grade. So stay up to date on our website, louisville.edu/admissions, and they'll tell you all the most up-to-date information, especially when it comes to test optional. If you qualify for free or reduced lunch, you do qualify for an application fee waiver. And we have plenty of scholarships. So whether you're a local student or an out-of-state student, there's always going to be scholarships for you. What we're pretty proud of, we were named as having the lowest average amount of student debt of any public school in Kentucky. And about 95% of our students get some sort of aid from the university. So we really try to get our students some sort of aid. And so whether that's merit scholarships or, FAFSA aid, Office of Financial Aid scholarships, outside scholarships, we'll connect you to all of that. Just let us know what you're interested in, and we'll kind of work with you individually on what you might be able to get. Also, if you qualify for free or reduced lunch on your application and you decide to come to U of L, then you will have your enrollment deposit waived. You also have that housing and orientation fee waived as well. So some other little good tidbits in there for you. We try to keep it as low cost as possible. And that's what I have for you. So again, thank you all so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. My contact info is all on the screen. You can send me an email, a phone call to my work or cell phone. I know I'm working remote a lot nowadays, so you're welcome to give me a call on my cell phone or text on my cell phone as well. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. But otherwise, I'm going to end with nice little go cards, but my L's up. Thank you all. I can't wait to hear from you and read your applications. And thank you for joining us.